All right, first off, can you tell us your name and how old you are?
My name is Eotis Lucy Jr. I'm 81 years old.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes,
How many kids do you have?
too many. I have 8 living.
8 living children?
Yes.
Are you in contact with any of them?
Ma'am?
Are you in contact with any of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the oldest? How old is your oldest child?
Oh, about 57.
57? Oh, okay. So, were you born and raised in Mobile, or did you come here?
I was born in Africa Town,
Okay.
Plateau, Alabama. It was named Magazine Point.
Magazine Point.
Yes. That's where the slaves and things came from. That's why they named it Africa Town.
Okay.
And I consider myself the king of Africa Town.
Okay.
You know, and I'm definitely serious about that.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, if you don't mind me asking, just what caused you to just be in your living situation? Was it just the economy? Did you fall down sick? Like, what caused you to be out here on the streets?
Being raised in the South and having to go to school and travel through racist neighborhoods. The white folks, they would sick their dogs on me, you know. And if I fight the dog back, then, you know, they jump on me. You know, they'll run me, they call me nigger, you know, because my parents moved from Africa Town to what is called the stockyard, where Hayes Davis packing company. This was a cow packing company, and this is on Conception Street. And white folks used to live between my school and Mobile County Training School.
Okay.
Over there in Plateau. And other than to go to school, you know, late, you know, I'll go and walk the railroad track. And I lost a lot on education that way. And I went to Blunt High School. And the same situation occurred. I had to go through a white neighborhood, which was named Snug Harbor. And the same situation took place. You know, they would chase me, you know, and I had to go all the way around. I had to go all the way around in order to get to school. And I lost education that way. I was ashamed to go into class.
Yes, sir. How old were you when this was going on?
Oh, I guess about 15, 16.
In your teenage years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't learn to read and write. You know, at 25 years old, I couldn't even read and write. And I still have a problem pronouncing words and things. I'm not angry with anyone, you know. I'm not angry with anyone, you know, because since then I found out that I was a servant of God.
Okay.
And I believe in Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
From my heart. If you read the 40th chapter of Psalms, that's my solemn prayer. And I delight in doing the will of God, and His law is in my heart.
That's fine, as it should be. Now, I heard you say that your parents moved from African Town to Snug Harbor. So did you grow up in a two-parent household with both your mother and your father?
Yes,
Did you?
yes.
Okay.
But my dad, he was an alcoholic, and he was mean. He was mean. And he whipped me. I was the whipping tool in the family. And he whipped me unmercifully.
So all his anger he sought out directly to you.
Yes, but he made me a man where he could have never been.
Okay.
He made me a better man than he was, because I did things in life that he wouldn't have dared to do. You know, I marched with Martin Luther King. You know, I went to jail for civil rights. I remember this park right here. Black people couldn't even pass through here without being escorted by somebody white.
How old were you when you marched with Martin Luther King? Can you remember?
Ma'am,
How old were you when you marched with Martin Luther King?
I was 20.
20.
Yes, I was 20 years old, and they got the record downtown
Okay.
to verify that.
You marched with him here
Yeah.
in Mobile? Okay.
I marched with NAACP.
Okay.
I was registered, and me and about 9 more kids. You know, they like you guys are right now. If we was marching or protesting,
Yes, sir.
they'll be standing by filming it and writing it down. And they tell us stay in jail overnight, we'll get out the next morning. And being that we was young, it was fun. It was a laughing thing.
Yeah.
You know, but we changed. We changed this town. The black and white fountain, the black and white bathroom. And
The segregation that was going on.
yes, we changed it.
Now, if you can, just off the top of your head, can you give me some experiences that have stuck with you for years since you were involved with the desegregation and the abuse and them not wanting black people to touch certain things? What experiences stuck with you?
The Ku Klux Klan. That stuck with me. They are my open enemy. And God said, pray for your enemy
Yeah.
and love your enemy. If he smacks you on one jaw, you turn the other cheek.
Supposed to forgive them.
I did that. And it worked. You know, some people didn't make it. That goes for men and women. You know, that goes for men and black women.
Did you see anyone get hanged?
Yeah, they tried to hang a friend of mine, a guy named Diamond. The police tried to hang him right there at McDonald's. And Michael Dawn, they hung him. And I was here when that took place, you know. And they killed, police killed 3 of my cousins. They made them jump in a ditch, a hole. Yeah. They was Belt, Duke, and Spencer Lee. They wasn't but 9 and 10 years old. You hear me? And a white lady tried to sit me up in Pritchard, Alabama, and to get me killed. But I outsmarted her. And I played it off till I got to the railroad track, and I bent a corner and they don't know what way I went today. Because I could run just like a deer in the woods.
Would you seeing all of that? Would you seeing your cousins, them set your cousins up, have them jump into a ditch? What lasting effect? What lasting effect in life will that have on you? What did that do to you mentally?
I can't forget my cousins, you know, and my uncle, Uncle James. He was working across the bay at a sawmill, and they were trying to get the union to come in there.
Yes, sir.
So they can make more money. And one night, a bunch of white folks came to the house looking for him. My auntie used to cook for the sawmill. It was Mac Miller sawmill, to be more precise. Since I'm telling the story, I'm gonna put it out here like it is. And they came, and he ran out the house and ran in the woods, and we have not seen Uncle James since then. We have not seen it since then. And that have affected me. And back in the days, my mother and father had separated, and she wanted a restaurant. And my brother and I and my mother, we used to work the riverfront. So she was sewing sacks that come down on a conveyor belt, and she would sit in this machine, and me and my brother would crimp the sack so she can sew it. You know.
What did she use? What did she use the sacks for that she was making?
She was running it through. She'd grab the ends and run it through a machine, a sewing machine, and sew the top of the sack so the grain wouldn't get out.
Also for wheat and grain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she wanted her restaurant, and she used to work my brother and I and take all our money. And she'd give us $5 or $10, but things was so cheap then. And we got that restaurant open. One day, one evening, she was coming into the restaurant, and some white guys threw a brick and hit her in the head. You know.
Yes, sir.
It was terrible.
How many years have you been out here on the street?
Ma'am?
How many years have you been out here on the street?
Off and on 50 years.
50 years?
Yes.
Have you came in contact with any form of like drug usage? Have you been exposed to any form of drugs?
Yes. I did every kind of drug it is. This is what the white man put here. He put this in our neighborhood to destroy us. Noriega was feeding America. What the hell was the guy's name? Columbia. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head.
Yes, sir.
But I done did every kind of drug it is, and I'm still in my right mind.
Yeah.
God has blessed me because there's so many people have died, and I done let more people live what a lot of people died for.
Yeah.
I have. indeed. Because I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe I can kill a person and get away with it in this world, but I can't get away with it with God. So that handicapped me to humble myself. So I'm still humble. I'm still homeless. I'm still out here on the street. My children is grown. Some of them, I got a daughter, she hates me because I wasn't there for her. And I can't explain it to her. And I got other daughters that love me. And I got daughters and things that don't even know I'm their dad. I got sons and things that don't even know that I'm their dad. This the way life is. We as a black folk don't know who we can to. I could be kin to you. I could be kin to you. You know? So
Why do you think that is?
man,
Why do you think that is? Why do you think so many black people don't know their history? They don't know who they're related to.
because they wasn't taught. They were taught by Huckleberry Finn, George Wallace, Donald Duck. You know, they were taught about Cinderella. Everything that was taught to black folks didn't concern black folks. It concerned white folks. Even Jesus and Moses was white.
Yeah.
And everybody in the world knows that Moses was a black man. Abraham was a black man. Queen Sheba, she was a black woman. There wasn't no white women, queens and things. No, sir. The black man. We got Africa, but Asia. We're Asia and Aboriginals. We are Aboriginals, the original peoples of the earth.
Yeah, the Aborigines.
Yeah.
We were here first.
Please believe that. And when we finish this interview, I want you all to go by Alabama Power Company. Go down this street until you get to Alabama Power Company and make a right. And right there, you'll see where the slave market was. That's where the slave market was. Right there where Alabama Power Company sits today. They used to, when they used to sell the slaves, they'll go down the river and go across to from Magazine Point and get the slaves and bring them back up here and sell them. And if you go right down here where Mardi Gras Park, you see where they hung a black man. And they killed black folks randomly because of that incident, because that black man was not no, say per se, nigger, afraid and trembling and scared of the white man. He took the police gun and killed a couple of them. They eventually killed him, and they killed innocent black folks. Yeah.
Since we're talking about slavery, do you think that in this day and age that they utilize slave trade the same way they did back then with like the NFL basketball players, how they trade them out, how they use them?
Yes, absolutely. Most definitely. You look at the athletic industry, basketball, football, golf. Huh? We black folk, with the energy that we have and the determination to become a part of the American system, made the system rich. That's when Muhammad Ali, everything, the price went up. Whereas it never was before. Yeah. But it wasn't for me. I wanted the box. I wanted to whoop Muhammad Ali. But God said, no, that's not for me. It's not for me to be rich. Because I found out that I was in the prophetic order of the prophet. And it's things that I know that I can't not discuss with you because you're not gonna believe. You don't want to believe it. The world don't want to believe it. And the Bible says a man cannot be a prophet in his own hometown. So I don't try to be no prophet. It's not for me to try to be a prophet. And prophets not chosen by man. Prophets are chosen by God. You see Moses. Moses, he was raised in the house of Pharaoh. He didn't know he was a prophet. A Hebrew slave. What is a Hebrew slave? A Jew, a Hebrew Jew. Black folk are the true Hebrew Jews.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your eyes.
Yeah.
Have you been dealing with any like cataracts or blindness or anything?
Yeah.
What do you deal with?
Cataracts and farsighted blindness. You're correct.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, you're correct. I look a long ways. I see into heaven. I can see into heaven.
Yes, sir.
I know where I'm going. And I know where I pray that everybody else goes. I want you to go to heaven. I know hell is not no place for no human being to be. Yeah. No, ma'am, it's not.
You have a lasting message. If you had anything you wanted to tell anybody, what's your message you want to give off today?
My message is believe in Jesus Christ. Because he is the Son of God. He's not God. He's blessed by God. If you believe in Jesus Christ, then you believe in God. Because I knew Jesus. I've been knowing Jesus ever since I was 12 years old. And I didn't know God. But me believing in Jesus gave me the opportunity to find the faith and the belief in God.
Yes, sir.
And I did that in Islam. I was in the Nation of Islam. Malcolm X, Warif Muhammad, and Farrakhan, who was over. I knew Farrakhan before he became leader.
Yes, sir.
Of the Nation of Islam.
What did you do when you were in the military service?
I was a steward.
Okay.
I was not in the military. I went to Korea on a missionary expedition with a professor from Pensacola Christian Academy, and I was in a drug rehab over in Pensacola at the time, from Waterfront, Michigan. And this doctor, he was very much educated in theology. And he invited me to go to Korea with him, so I took the opportunity to go with him, and I stayed over there 4 years. I did 2 tours of duty working for the military. Since then, I come back and I fell right back into what I was running from. You can run from a situation just like Jonah in the whale. Jonah supposed to have went into Neverland and teach the people, but the people were so violent, like the youngsters today. The way they talk and what they believe in, you know. So I try to run from it. I try to overcome my condition. But
what were you dealing with at that time?
Ma'am?
At that time, what drugs were you trying to overcome at that time?
Crack. Crack cocaine.
Yes, sir.
I was scared of it. You know, I feared that stuff.
The crack. Was this around like in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, around the 80s.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir. So I heard you make a statement about our youth and how they are in society now and their outlook and how disrespectful they are. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they don't respect anyone nowadays?
Because it's prophesied. God said these days will be. He said, when you see the day come where children is disrespectful and killing and mayhem and sodomy, know for sure that the time is near. The Bible says so.
We're in our last days.
I promise you. I promise you. I prayed today. It ain't been 2 hours ago that I prayed today. It haven't been 2 hours ago.
Yes, sir.
That God bless me. And he told me to lift up my hands, both of my hands. I haven't did this here in about a week. Today was the first day. And look what happened.
Yes, sir.
Look what happened. Yeah. Glory, hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's true.
Glory.
So what do you think could help you, or what have you been working towards to get yourself out of this situation?
Praying. Praying.
Yes, sir.
I can't live in a house. I walked away from an apartment, luxury apartment, right over there at Cathedral Square. It's full of drugs. It's full of drugs.
Just told you why.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wherever you go in any high rise, the Bible teach me, God has taught me in the Bible, he said, you will be like a bird in a snare. That's what the Bible says. In order for me to understand that statement, I had to live it.
That's true.
You cannot say you know the Bible because you done read it. You got to live it. And to live it, Lord have mercy. Boy, it's something to live.